Hi, I'm Lori. Welcome to our next chapter, Life After Corporate. My husband Ken and I retired from corporate life, and now we're building a freedom first lifestyle through real estate and other projects while actually enjoying the life we worked for. We live in Boise, Idaho, but we also spend time in Seattle, where our yacht is kept in Elliott Bay. You'll see everyday life, hangar days, marina weekends, tennis and cooking, behind the scenes of our projects, and plenty of cameos from Lexi, our Pekingese Chihuahua with a big personality. And you'll also meet my 95-year-old mother. I take her to Catholic Church in Glenns Ferry twice a month, and she's one of the best parts of this chapter. If you love real-life lifestyle, routines, and a little adventure, subscribe and come along with us. I've been lucky to be part of a girls' dinner club for many years now, and this month it's my turn to host. So I'm going to take you along as I plan the menu, do the prep, and get everything ready for dinner. These friendships mean so much to me. We've shared a lot of life together, and no matter what, there's always laughter and fun when we get together. Over the years, we've taken many trips together. This one in the mountains of McCall, Idaho. We've done paint and sip, had picnics at the Idaho Botanical Garden concerts, had fancy Christmas dinner club parties inviting the guys, and I've even hosted dinner club on our boat, taking it up into the San Juan Islands. Good food, good wine, and great company is our motto. I have been in this dinner club for 23 years, and I can't believe it's been that long. It was a pretty exclusive group to get invited into, and we only have 6 members at a time because that's basically what a regular table will hold for dinner. And so you basically had to wait for someone to move away or leave the club before another person would be invited in. And also, all the members wanted to make sure that everyone was pretty compatible. So I got in, and it's really made me a better cook. I was not into entertaining before I got into dinner club, and it's amazing how frazzled you can get when you're trying to make everything and entertain and have your table setting looking beautiful. But it really was an excuse for me to do these things and get better at it. So over time, I became a better cook and started arranging flowers and being able to have a beautiful table setting. So it's really given me some skills and given me that incentive to do that. But a lot goes into it. When it's your turn to host dinner club, of course, you're cleaning your whole house and you are coming up with recipes maybe up to a month before. Sometimes I start looking at different recipes to decide what I want to make. As it gets closer, a few days out, you're shopping, you're making ahead what you can. Maybe the night before, I'm doing the table setting, put a leaf in my table because I usually just keep it smaller. Leave time for the flowers to open up and get out your best dishware and napkins. When it's your turn to host dinner club, you do everything from appetizer, starter, entree, side dish, and dessert. And everyone else just has to bring a bottle of wine. So basically when you have 6 people, and we're doing it once a month, we rotate to a different person's house who's hosting. That way you're only having to host 2 times a year. So it is a lot of work leading up to it, but it's only 2 times a year. And there are times when we'll decide to go to a restaurant, maybe once during the summer, or occasionally for Christmas, we'll go to a restaurant. So it doesn't even end up being 2 times a year sometimes. And we joke because I've been in the club for 23 years, but it was going for many years before that. And they joked that it kind of started as it was a dinner club with lots of wine. Now we don't drink as much wine, and we wonder, like, in our later years, is it going to become more of a knitting club and everybody bring a dish rather than do all the work yourself? But we have really enjoyed each other's friendships. Our husbands and significant others have gotten to know each other. Sometimes we'll invite the guys, maybe once or twice a year, we'll invite the guys, and they don't have to do anything, they just have to come. But right now, 5 out of the 6 partners are all pilots, so they love getting together and talking about pilot stuff. When it's my turn to host dinner club, the very first thing I do is go to my cabinet with all of my cookbooks, look through the different recipes, different magazines, and decide what am I going to make. I love the creative process of perusing cookbooks and magazines I've saved to see what strikes me to make for dinner club. Sometimes I have a theme depending on the time of year. When I once hosted a dinner in December, my theme was Christmas Time in Paris, which featured a champagne fondue appetizer and an Eiffel Tower centerpiece with sparkly lights. Now that I've gone through all my cookbooks, I've narrowed it down to what I'm going to make. I'm going to start off with spaghetti squash and bacon fritters for the appetizer. Then I'll serve a charred fennel and citrus salad for the starter, roasted chicken breasts with goat cheese, basil, and sun-dried tomatoes for the entree, along with roasted carrots and parsnips. You can tell I love Barefoot Contessa. And then also from Giada, we've got the lemon hazelnut tiramisu for dessert. We're celebrating my very dear friend Heather's birthday this week, and she requested tiramisu, so I'm excited to make that for her. One of the things that I like to do that's different when I'm hosting dinner club is I like to make a personal menu for all the guests. So my husband actually came up with this idea and even made a template for me to change every time I'm hosting. But it's like a really professional little menu holder that you would get at a restaurant. You open it up. This side has all the dinner club member names, the history of the dinner club, and then a picture of us when we were at an outing at Cinder Winery out in Caldwell. On the other side, we've got the date that it's my dinner club, and then it shows each of the dishes that I'm going to be serving with a little blurb about that dish. Now, when each of us host our own dinner club, it's a secret ahead of time what you're going to be making for people. So when they get here, they get a glass of wine, and the first thing they ask is, so what's for dinner tonight? So just as an example, to read you some of the history, it all started over 20 years ago on a rainy evening in Boise, Idaho. A few girls with an idea that laughter is the best medicine, but only when combined with good food, good wine, and great company. Girls Dinner Club was a monthly event hosted by one of the members trying out new menu ideas. The stress of trying to cook a great meal dissipates over time with wine, conversations, and secrets shared. This is a story of a group of women who enjoy good food, good wine, and great company. My husband Ken is really good at making graphic art presentations in PowerPoint, so he made me a template that I can update each time I host dinner club. It's another little creative outlet that allows me to have fun with the menu descriptions and add in pictures that go with my theme, the time of year, and acknowledge birthdays that we're celebrating that month. Then the girls can take home the menus as a memento. I print out the menus on nice paper, use a straight edge paper cutter to cut them, and slip them into the menu holders. Okay, I've just gotten back from the store, gotten everything loaded into the refrigerator and situated, gotten the flowers out. I did have to go to 4 stores as I thought I would. I went to Winco first, got most of everything I needed. Then I went to Trader Joe's, got some really nice flowers, which I'll show you. Then had to go to Albertsons and the liquor store to get the Frangelico. And I still was not able to get chicken breasts with the skin on. None of those places had that. So I called Whole Foods. They do have some. I'm gonna go tomorrow and get those. So in the meantime, I'm going to arrange my flowers tonight so they have time to open up over the next few days and be nice and full by the time we have dinner on Thursday night. So what I was able to get are white hydrangeas, these very pretty pink tulips, but they're peony tulips. So those will look different than normal tulips. Light pink roses, and then I just clipped a few branches off of a short tree that we have in the front for a filler. Now last year, after being retired, I'd always thought about wanting to take a lot of community education classes and have the time and the energy to do that. So last year I did a floral arrangement class, which was really fun, and just learned some basics. So I'll share some of those with you. First of all, you should trim off all the leaves and thorns from the flower, except for the very top where it's going to stick out. So things like this. For this particular branch, that's probably all I would leave is right there. These roses, they all have thorns, and then I'll be taking some of those leaves off as well. for these beautiful peony tulips. You know, I'll be stripping all of this down, possibly even a little more than that. And then finally, the hydrangeas, same thing, strip the leaves off. And I'll probably just leave a couple on that might show out and be filler. The vases that I'm using are these 2 square small vases. And I like to keep them small because when you're having dinner with 6 people around the table, you don't want a big flower arrangement between you and your friends. So to have conversation and just be able to look out normally, I prefer to have smaller vases for this venue. So I'm going to get started. In my floral arranging class, they actually taught us to remove all the leaves and thorns from the flowers, but I like to leave some of the leaves on at the top if it adds to the fullness of the bouquet. They also taught us to have the center of the arrangement as the tallest part and cascade down from there to give the piece a focal point to build around. When preparing rose stems, remove the outer petals of the rosebud, which are usually a little wilted. Cut the stems on a diagonal to let the plant draw in water more easily, and once you cut the stem, immediately place it in water you've mixed with the powdered flower food packet you get with the flowers. To make your flower arrangement last longer, replace the water every 2 to 3 days, and when you do, make a small diagonal cut to each stem again. I've used the thin green florist tape before, making a tic-tac-toe type design on the top of the vase to better support the flower stems to stand up, but for these small arrangements, I haven't done that. Maybe next time. So this is what they look like for now. And I can add to them or change them up a little bit as they start to open. But this is a pretty good start. I'm really happy with the way they turned out. We currently have a round dining table that seats 4 with a leaf extension to fit 6. We put the leaf in for the occasional dinner party we host, but normally we leave it as a 4-top. We don't eat at our dining room table that often. We mainly sit at our bar. Now it's time to set the table so I don't have to worry about it the day of the dinner and do a little house cleaning. I'm making the lemon hazelnut tiramisu the day before to let it set overnight in the refrigerator. This is the dish I needed the frangelico for, which is a sweet hazelnut flavored liqueur. I whip up the heavy cream, cinnamon and sugar, and mascarpone cheese to make the filling. It's always good to give your spouse a little treat, like licking the bowl, to reward them for helping with the table leaf and making themselves disappear for the night when you're having girls' dinner club. He's always excited to enjoy the leftovers when he gets home. It's the day of dinner club and I'm making the rest of the dishes. The funny thing is, the thing I was most dreading doing for this whole dinner club was segmenting an orange for the charred fennel and citrus salad. You're supposed to cut between the membranes and just extract the fleshy fruit, but mine never turn out right. So I was scared as I was doing this, and I did make a bit of a mess of things, but no one seemed to notice. I give my table setting a once-over to make sure I haven't missed anything before the guests arrive. Lexi loves to greet our guests and gets very excited.
Hi. Hi. Kara's here. The party can start.
Gorgeous.
The girls arrive with the obligatory bottle of wine they're supposed to bring for the host, except tonight, Heather also brought a delicious Koenig ice wine for us to enjoy with dessert, which was really nice of her.
Well, not so much that, but I mean, to come for like my birthday, like that's so.
This was the spaghetti squash and bacon fritter appetizer I made in my cast iron skillet, which looks absolutely terrible. Luckily, it wasn't actually burnt and tasted amazing, so you never know when something looks like a disaster. Still try it and see if it works to serve it. We go over the menu before we sit down for dinner.
And then let's get a little picture there. I mean, come on.
She does her.
Is that your favorite? It's tiramisu. I love tiramisu.
The rest of the meal was wonderful, and we enjoyed updating each other on our busy lives as the sun set over Boise. As dessert is served, we celebrate Heather's birthday, which was on St. Patrick's Day. When one of us has a birthday, we all bring $20 cash to pitch in as a group gift so the birthday girl can have some mad money to buy whatever she wants for herself. It's never a surprise what's in the gift bag, but it never gets old. After dinner, I showed the girls a sneak peek premiere of the intro I made for our new YouTube channel, and we chatted some more.
You're gonna have to update your menu to say it all started 30 years ago instead of 20.
I know.
Yeah, after we just talked about this.
You gotta take your loot.
Yeah.
What is? Oh,
Recipes.
awesome. Oh, you
yes.
rock. You rock. Thank you.
There's so much
Thank
she
you,
makes
Lauren.
tonight.
You're
welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
I will talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Lexi.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So today, my friend Heather and I are going on a special outing, just the two of us, to continue celebrating her birthday. We're going out to lunch, someplace near the Greenbelt or on the Greenbelt on the Boise River. And then afterwards, we have a special wine tasting at Cinder Winery, which Heather is a member of their wine club. Today, we're in a cute little subdivision along the Boise River called the Waterfront District. You're right by the Boise River, close to whitewater recreation, wineries, coffee shops, and the broader arts and creative corridor in Garden City, while still only being a short drive from downtown Boise. We're having lunch right near the river at Cafe Luciano's, which has incredible Italian food. Heather had the house lasagna, and I had the distretto linguine. It was so good. The restaurant is right on the Greenbelt, which is a 29-mile tree-lined pathway running on both sides of the Boise River. People ride their bikes, scooters, walk their dogs, taking in the beautiful scenery while enjoying the outdoors. We're right across from Whitewater Park, which is a river recreation park on the Boise River by Quinn's Pond and Esther Simplot Park. The city's engineered a surfing wave, so there's river surfing, not ocean surfing. Instead of chasing a moving wave, riders surf a standing wave, which is adjustable. It can be shaped more like a cleaner green wave that surfers generally prefer, or more like a wave hole configuration that's often better for playboaters and kayakers. The exact setup changes with the season, river flow, irrigation demands, maintenance, and safety conditions. Our final stop nearby is Cinder Winery, one of the urban signature wineries in Garden City.
I have your complimentary glass of champagne.
It focuses on wines from the Idaho Snake River Valley, about 45 minutes outside of Boise. The winery's been producing wine since 2006, and Visit Idaho features the winemaker Melanie Krause as one of Idaho's notable women winemakers. We decided to explore the spring release tasting, which featured a rosé of Syrah, dry Viognier, Albarino, Rowan, Syrah, and Zinfandel. It's time to say goodbye and head home after spending a wonderful afternoon celebrating Heather's birthday. It's always great to get to spend quality time with her. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.